Young. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Amy A-M2, your favorite pirate king and producer, and I'm here today with yet another reaction video, and I'm going to be reacting to Weki Meki's Picky Picky. 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 A-M2 Amy입니다. 오늘은 위키미키 피키피키의 리액션 해볼 거예요. 예쁘게 봐주세요. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a producer, and when I produce music, it's usually more hip-hop stuff, and when I compose music, it's a little more on the ambient, ethereal, soundscape kind of thing. So, like, nobody would think that I'd be obsessed with girl groups, but, like, in actuality, I love bubblegum pop, I love girl group, like, girl crush concepts. I love it. So if I remember correctly, two of the members from Weki Meki were originally part of IOI, which was that like show where they had a bunch of like trainees go in from all these different companies, and a lot of them were meant to be in girl groups, but like to get more exposure, they all auditioned on this thing, and then they promoted for a year, and now there's a bajillion seasons, and I have honestly not watched a single episode. I have seen like different viral clips of performances from each season, but I've never watched an episode. So because I didn't watch any of the shows, I haven't been connected to any of the members in each of the like respective groups, like IOI, 101. But when IOI was coming out with songs, Yoojung was my bias. So when it carried over and Weki Meki debuted, Yoojung continued to be my bias. I don't know what to expect. I purposely didn't watch any of the teasers or listen to anything because I want to be completely surprised. I don't know what kind of concept they're going for. I just really like them, and I want to be smacked in the face with Weki Meki. So let's go! Okay, so we're going to listen to Picky Picky in 3, 2, 1, let go. This is kind of funky. Very muffled and compressed. This is panning back and forth. You have just like clap and hi-hat. Okay, now we're bringing in some synth and bass. Ooh, this is very like... This has an old school feel in the sense that these are synths that like... A lot of them were very popular like 5-10 years ago. Like some of these synths I remember using when I was in high school. And that's like forever ago. I like the crowd vocals. I like the way the vocals are mixed. Ooh! Right now we just have a snare. And it's speeding up. Yeah, that's kind of that classical K-pop, switching back and forth between major and minor. What the hell? They got a white principal. Okay, that's already catchy. Okay, I'm already hooked. Yeah, it's got this like cool... You know what it is? It sounds like old school K-pop, like late 2nd, early 3rd gen K-pop when they were using a lot of these sounds. They were just getting into that more electronic feel. Yeah, they're using a lot of old school K-pop techniques. I like this. It feels like the mixing techniques and stuff are more updated. Obviously, like some of the percussion is obviously more modern as well. But like, there's things about this in the instrumentation and stuff that feels so much more like old school K-pop from like when I first started getting into it. Like these really like retro, funky feeling synths. And I've got these like crowd vocals. And that's so catchy. Oh, and you got a little tape stop effect on the vocals. You kind of got a hi-hat, kind of panning back and forth slightly. It's more in the trap style with all the subdivision. Yeah, this feels like so classic K-pop, but I don't want to say old school because like it's not like early Girls' Generation or Wonder Girls or anything. It's more like the very early third gen. Like, oh, I just really like this. It's got so much like, it's modern sounding and it's got a modern mix, but the synths and the instrumentation, the sound effects are so reminiscent of like when Tiara was around for a minute and all that kind of stuff, like when they were first coming out. Oh, I really like that. And that's so catchy. I'm so picky. Yeah, I don't know, like, okay, I can't exactly put my finger on it, but the specific synth sounds remind me of when I was taking audio engineering in high school, and I was working off of Reason 4, I think at the time, which is a digital audio workstation, or a DAW, by Propellerhead, and I still use it to this day. I mean, we're on like Reason 10 now? Yeah, I think we're on Reason 10 right now. So I've been using it forever. I've also been using Pro Tools forever and Logic for a couple years now. But Reason is what I originally started on, and it had like, I don't know how to describe it, but certain synth sounds from like, you know, 2008 to 2012 had this very kind of like hollow, cheesy sound to it. I don't know really how to explain it, but like it was so popular in K-pop, especially like Tiara songs really love to use those like funky kind of cheesy sounding synths that aren't quite as wet and electronic and EDM style as they are now. But like the vocal mixes and certain sound effects are much more modern. They had trap style percussion here and there, but then like the visuals seemed kind of inspired by a little older generation K-pop. And again, just the sounds, like the synth choices were so interesting. So much of K-pop recently has been very electronic, very influenced by a mix of like Western sounds and what's really popular in Latin America and Africa as well. They've been kind of traveling all over the world, but especially Latin American influence right now is like huge. So I really like that this is different. It kind of goes back to old K-pop. It sounds very just like, if you were to throw this song at me in any language, I would go, this is K-pop, right? Just like from the format, the sound choices, everything, it feels like this is a classic K-pop song. This is like, they went full on K-pop, like in your face, that's K-pop. And like, oh, it's just so good. I mean, cause like I've been a fan for over a decade now. I've been listening to K-pop since about 2006, 2007, I believe. I'm an OG fan, so I've been listening to it for a long time. I've seen the evolution of both like the costumes, the images, the dancing, you know, like the sounds and how things have changed, the genre has developed. Like I've seen it all develop over such a long time, and like to me this is kind of like, it hits me in the feels, because it makes me think of old stuff I was listening to in like late middle school, early high school, stuff that like I was emulating. Fun fact, I used to remake K-pop instrumentals. So like back in like 2008 and 9, karaoke versions from like Every Sing, or just the instrumental version from the official artist, they didn't really exist. It was rare for you to find an instrumental version of any kind of song. People would just kind of strip the audio, and it was really awful quality. And like, I wanted to cover some of these songs, and I was like, but I want a good instrumental. So I would just remake the entire thing from scratch. And a lot of these sounds that I would pull to match as closely as possible were all in this specific style, or these specific types of sound waves and things going on. So like, I don't know, I can just see myself at the audio engineering classroom at one of the like Mac stations with headphones on. It's like 2009 and I'm working on some K-pop instrumental. Like, oh, this just hits me in the feels. It's so nostalgic, and I really like that. I don't know, just it's really nice. The picky part, of course, is very, very, very catchy. I can't wait to see what else Weki Meki has in store for us in the future. I really like them. I'm pleasantly surprised at the nostalgia vibe to this. And yeah, I'm gonna listen to it a million times. And I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna brush my teeth, and I'm gonna shower, and I'm gonna eat, and I'm just gonna hear picky consistently, but I'm not complaining because I love it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you would like me to listen to, react to, analyze. Let me know if there's anything else Weki Meki you want me to talk about or break down. Follow me on social media. Ring that notification bell, or don't. Do or don't whatever you want. I don't know. Bye!